Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make a black velvet cake. This is a black chocolate cake with a brown butter maple cream cheese frosting.
This is great for Halloween cakes or specialty cakes for a dramatic dark color. Thanks so much for requesting this recipe. We hope you like this video.
To start, we're going to brown the butter for the frosting. Take a small saucepan. Add in 1.5 cups, which is 3 sticks of unsalted butter, and melt it over medium heat. Allow the butter to brown. The butter is ready when it takes on a golden brown amber color and starts to smell nutty. It should look something like this. Turn off the heat and transfer the butter to a clean bowl. Rest this brown butter in the fridge for about 2 hours to let it become solid again. Now to work on the black velvet cake.
You might be wondering, what exactly is a black velvet cake? Is it more like a red velvet cake or like a chocolate cake?
That's a great question. So it's very similar to a red velvet cake in that it uses buttermilk and vinegar to provide acidity to react with the baking soda. Where a red velvet cake uses a small amount of natural cocoa powder, black velvet cake, like its name suggests, uses black cocoa, which is an ultra Dutch processed cocoa. So the cocoa has been heavily alkalized to remove acidity. It has a very rich and mellow cocoa flavor.
So what you're saying is it has the exact flavor of an Oreo cookie?
Yes, which is one of Donald's favorite cookies. So for a black velvet cake, start off by letting 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 3 large eggs, and 3/4 cup of buttermilk come to room temperature. Place an oven rack in the middle position and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Take 2 9-inch round cake pans and line the bottoms with parchment paper. No need to grease the sides or the parchment paper. Take 2 cake strips and soak them in cold water for about 5 minutes. Shake off excess water but do not wring, and place them around each cake pan. Take a small mixing bowl, add in 1 3/4 cups of cake flour, 1 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk these dry ingredients together till they are fully combined and set this aside. Then take a large mixing bowl, add in 1/3 cup, which is about 2 ounces, of bittersweet chocolate chips. Microwave this for 1 minute in 30-second increments, whisking in between. When the bittersweet chocolate is melted, add in 1/2 cup of black cocoa powder, 1/3 cup of hot-brewed coffee, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Whisk these together till they are well combined. Then add in the 3/4 cup of room temperature buttermilk and 2 teaspoons of white vinegar. Continue to whisk till everything is combined. Set this aside. If black cocoa powder, which is ultra Dutch processed, is not available, you can use regular Dutch processed cocoa powder instead. Your cake will just not be as dark.
But just as delicious. Next, in the bowl of your stand mixer, add in the 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter, and with a paddle attachment, beat on medium-high speed until the butter is soft, about 2 minutes. While continuing to beat, slowly add in 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar and beat for 5 minutes until the mixture looks fluffy. Then, with the beater still on medium-high, add in the 3 large room temperature eggs, 1 egg at a time, waiting till the previous egg is completely combined before adding in the next one. When the eggs are incorporated, turn down your stand mixer to medium-low speed and alternate between adding the dry ingredients, which is the flour mixture, and the wet ingredients, which is the chocolate mixture, 1/3 at a time, till everything has been added to the stand mixer bowl and the mixture is well combined. Stop the mixer and scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl. Then do a final mix on medium speed for about 30 seconds to ensure everything is mixed. Divide the batter equally between the 2 prepared cake pans, and smooth the top as much as possible. Bake the cakes in your preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Let the cakes rest on metal racks to cool for about 5 minutes. Then invert the cakes onto the metal racks, lift off the pans, and peel off the parchment paper the cakes were baked with. Let the cakes cool completely to room temperature. When the cakes have reached room temperature, we're going to place them in the freezer for about 1 hour to firm up a bit. This cake is extremely crumbly, and allowing them to rest in the freezer to firm up a bit will make assembling the cake much easier. While the cake is cooling/freezing, we're going to work on the frosting. When the brown butter has firmed up, take the clean bowl of your stand mixer and add in the firm browned butter and 16 ounces, which is 2 bars of cream cheese. Attach the paddle attachment and beat this on medium speed till the browned butter and cream cheese are incorporated and look fluffy. About 5 minutes. Stop the mixer. Add in 4 cups of powdered sugar and then gradually increase the speed to medium-high, being careful not to mix it too fast so that the powdered sugar doesn't fly everywhere. When all the powdered sugar has been incorporated, add in 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and half a teaspoon of table salt. Continue mixing until the mixture is smooth, about 2 minutes. Let this cream cheese frosting rest at room temperature till you're ready to use it. Now, if it's a really hot day, you might have to rest it in the fridge to firm up to prevent it from being too runny.
When you've made your frosting and the cakes are cooled and frozen, you're ready to assemble the cake. Take a cake board that's larger than 9 inches, this is a 10-inch diameter cake board, and place it on a revolving cake stand. Place the first frozen layer of black velvet cake in the center of the cake board. Then spread a thin layer of the cream cheese frosting mixture on top, creating an even and flat layer as much as possible, about 1/4 inch thick layer of frosting. Place the second layer of frozen black velvet cake on top. Cover the top of the cake with a thin layer of the cream cheese frosting, and then the same thing with the sides of the cake. This crumb coat should catch any crumbs. Place this cake in the fridge for about 1 hour for the crumb coat to firm up. You can store the unused cream cheese frosting out at room temperature or in the fridge if it gets too runny. When the crumb coat has hardened, apply a final layer of the cream cheese frosting around the sides of the cake as well as the top. Be sure to save about 2 cups of frosting for decorations later. If you have an icing comb, you can create a pattern on the outside surface of the frosting at this point. I'm just using the icing comb to create a pattern around the sides of the cake. Clean up excess frosting at the base as needed. I'm also using an offset spatula to create a simple spiral pattern on top of the cake. I place the tip of an offset spatula at the center of the cake, then with a spatula at an angle so that only the tip of the spatula is touching the cake, turn the revolving cake stand while dragging the spatula towards the outer edge to create a spiral pattern. Place this assembled cake in the fridge for a minimum of 1 hour for the new layer of cream cheese frosting to firm up. Take the 2 cups of remaining cream cheese frosting and add in black cocoa powder 1 tablespoon at a time until it reaches your desired color. I'm adding a total of 3 tablespoons. Mix this until it's fully combined. The frosting should turn into a nice dark color. Attach a large OpenStar tip to your piping bag. I use a number 4B tip, and transfer the dark chocolate frosting into the bag. Create a pattern around the outside circumference of the top surface by making little teardrops all around the cake. Place this cake in the fridge till you're ready to serve. And there it is, black velvet cake. Rich, dark chocolate cake covered in maple brown butter frosting. Ang sarap!
Yum.
I love the mellow and moist layers of black velvet cake.
It tastes just like Oreos, and it's perfectly complemented by the sweet tartness of the cream cheese frosting.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this black velvet cake. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook and Instagram. The links are below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes, check out cookingwithkurt.com.
Maraming salamat!